chosen up for sides, like maybe you were in school or on a playground, or sometimes we do that as adults, choose who will be our friends. Well, but it was a pretty excruciating process in school when the sides were being chosen up if you weren't the athletic one, right? When I was in the 6th grade, I was maybe 4'10" and weighed about 90 pounds. I didn't get chosen for a lot of teams, especially not for basketball. But the one I hated to be chosen, where we chose the sides the most in gym, was when it was volleyball season. Being that small, you don't defend the net well. As a matter of fact, when you can walk under the net and not touch it, you're probably not made to be on that front line of volleyball. But the point that was the worst for me when we chose up for volleyball is, you know, after everything, they go, rotate! The next guy would come in and have to serve the ball. When they'd hand me that ball and say, it's your serve. I hated that. I hated that. You know why? Because when you're that small, I couldn't get to it. Just, and you not only have all of your teammates looking at you, but all of them on the other side of the net going, ah! And I don't care how big of shoulders you have, no one likes to fail. Amen? Amen. No one likes to be laughed at, or pointed at, or ridiculed, or to say, this person's inept, or untalented, or unskilled. We hate that when it happens to us. And yet God this morning is standing here right before us, each and every one of us, and God has a volleyball on it. It doesn't say Wilson, but it says Laura Judd. And as he hands that off, he gets another volleyball and he hands it to Rick and to Suzanne and to Carl and Carolee. God has one for each of us, and as God hands us this ball, so to speak, God says it's your serve. It's your serve. God invites all of us to serve in the realm of God. We're called to be servants. We're called to a servant ministry. And a lot of us say, I don't want to do it. Isn't that true? What did Moses say? God handed Moses the ball at the burning bush and said, it's your serve. And Moses said, all right, let's go to Egypt. Who am I, Lord? Who am I? This lowly shepherd of the flock. This pastoral person who just wanted to see what a smoking bush was all about. And here you want to send me to Egypt? Who am I? You notice that Moses doesn't refer to himself ever as a former prince of Egypt. You know what God's looking at? Moses is a former prince of Egypt. He understands how Egypt works, right? And so God says to Moses, it's your serve. Go to Egypt and get my people and bring them back. It's important to see what his mission is. His mission is to take God to the people. To take God to the people. To take God to the people. And in case you didn't get it, to take God to the people. No matter what we do in our church, no matter what your mission is, in the end, the ultimate goal of that mission is to take God to the people. If your mission is to come in and do the slides on a computer that works, your mission at the end is to take God to the people, isn't it? If you're to make the bulletins, if you've been called to volunteer to make the bulletins, the mission is to take God to the people as you hand those out every single week. No matter where you go in this world, no matter who you face, God calls and says, it's your serve. And as you serve, no matter what area of mission field you're called to, no matter what your mission The ultimate goal is to take God to the people. Amen? That's scary. It's like standing up there when you've got this scrawny little 6th grade arm that the muscles aren't quite developed up, and you've got to get that ball all the way over that net, and you're scared to do it. Because the minute we say, yes, Lord, I will take God to the people, then you have to wonder about where God's going to send you. Right? Here's old John. How would you like to be John the Baptist, the cousin of Jesus? The cousin of Jesus. And your job is to take God to the people in the Jordan River. And you have people coming to the Jordan River, and here you are dressed in the wild hair coat, you know, and you're eating locusts and honey on the bank of the river. And some people think you're nuts. And the religious leaders are trying to trap you into saying something that you ought to say, and you're standing there baptizing, and taking people to Jesus. He went there to preach the message of repentance, right? Which is what? What's the message of repentance? Come to God, right? Have you stopped refusing God's grace? It's a simple message, and He's there all the time, knowing that He's going to have to proclaim the coming of the Messiah, waiting for it to happen, serving, taking God to the people until God comes to the people in the form of Jesus Christ. And what does Jesus do? What's Jesus' mission? As He sets out, He's tempted in the wilderness, He comes out, and what's Jesus' mission? Ultimately, to take God to the people. He does that through healing. He does it through miracles. He does it through prayer. He does it by calling people. And how many times do we see in the gospel where Jesus calls someone and says to him, it's your sir. Peter, it's your sir. Andrew, it's your sir. James, it's your sir. John, it's your sir. Judas, it's your sir. What do I want to do? I want to send you to... No, to the people. Moses goes to Egypt. Right? Where did they all go? To take God to the people. He sends out the 70. And they're sent out not to attend church in Jerusalem, but to take God to the people. It's your sir. There's John the Baptist. There's Jesus this morning in the water. And the whole point of the mission is to take God to the people in the form of Jesus Christ and His ministry. As John's ministry begins to decline after that. And the message that we should get from that, as we hear God say time and time again in the gospel, it's your sir, is that we're chosen. Believe me, I did not wake up at 16 years old and say, you know what, I think I'll be a United Methodist minister. That was not the first choice on my career plate. Amen? It's not that we choose God, but that God chooses us to be God's servants. God chose John the Baptist to be at the Jordan. God sent His Son, Jesus, to take God to the people on this earth. Hand-chosen. Moses, hand-chosen. Noah, hand-chosen. Abraham and Sarah, hand-chosen. Amen? Mary, the mother of Jesus, hand-chosen by God. Did you see Mary going to her parents and saying, you know what, I think I'm going to have God's son? How does that sound to you?
Is that what she did?
She wouldn't have known, would she? Until a messenger came and said, what did he say to Mary? You're chosen. You're chosen by God. We are all chosen by God to serve. And that means that every one of you has a ministry. No one here get out of it today? You're chosen to serve. You're chosen to take God to the people. Now, maybe it wasn't a burning bush experience for you. Maybe a spirit didn't descend on you and say, my beloved. Maybe Gabriel didn't shine through your bedroom window and say, God's chosen you. Maybe it happens in some other ways, or maybe you haven't heard the call yet because you're avoiding it. But one thing's for certain, every single one of us today is chosen by God to be God's child and to work in God's realm, and to live in that realm, and to establish that realm. We are all chosen to serve. And to serve simply means to take God to God's people. Pretty simple gospel, yes? But you're chosen. Which means, if you're chosen to be a child of God and to serve in the realms, then each of you has gifts and graces for ministry. Ooh, it's getting dangerous now, isn't it? Because now I have to realize God's hand is upon me and God has given me gifts to serve. Whatever it is. Maybe I don't have the gifts of being a former prince of Egypt. And I know I don't have Jesus' gifts. Even though Jesus said, the things you see me do, you shall do also. I have yet to successfully walk on water. I don't know about you, but all the time I'm in the shower doing this, and it won't work. It just won't work. But I do have gifts to serve. God did not choose me. God does not send me unless God equips me to go and to bring the message, or to bring God to the people in the form of a sack of food. To bring God to the people in a healing hug. To bring God to people with words that lift up. To bring God to people whatever the gift is that you have. Right? I remember last year I was in Walmart buying all the things I needed to prepare lunch for that Saturday at the church. And there was a woman who came up behind me. I didn't recognize her from anybody else. But she said, what are all those groceries for? Because I had like 10 packs of hot dogs and 20 packs of buns. And she says, what's all it for? And I said, well, it's for our hot meal at the church. We're serving today, and we're going to serve about 80, 90 meals. And she said, are you the pastor at Central United Methodist Church? And I said, yes, I am. And she said, I used to have to eat at your program, and I'm going to buy all of it. I'm going to pay for every dime of it. See, when I'm cooking, I'll tell you, I take God to the people. You can bet it's going to be a boiled hot dog. Right? I take God to people with baked beans and boiled hot dogs and potato salad, because that's what I can do. And see, it doesn't really matter what the food is, as long as you hand it out. You hand it out in the name of the one who chose you to serve. In the name of Jesus Christ, here's your hot dog. Not Oscar Mayer. Not the name of Bar Z or whatever the cheap ones are that I buy. I can't afford Oscar Mayer. But in the name of Jesus, here's a plate of food. In the name of Jesus, here's a cup of lemonade. In the name of Jesus, here's some clothes. In the name of Jesus, here's $1.50 so you can ride the bus home instead of walking all day. You understand how we can take God to the people? Do you understand? We're all chosen. God gives us all resources. There isn't anyone sitting in this church today that isn't called to serve God. And you don't have to stop and think, oh, what's my ministry? What's my ministry? Don't have to rack your brains doing that. You don't have to get your spiritual own turmoil. It's simple. Take God to the people. Amen? With whatever resources you have. It can simply be when someone cuts you off in traffic and you unroll the window and you're mad and you yell out, God bless you, have a nice day. Amen? Here this person thinks that you dirty, rotten is coming at him, and you hang your head out the window and you say, God bless you, have a nice day. Right? Praise God, neither one of us were killed by your crazy driving. Maybe you shouldn't put the editorial in there. Probably not, right? How much road rage would be stopped if we Christians just drove down I-35, remembering that we're supposed to take God to the people and that we serve God even when we're driving? There's a church here in the Kansas City area, and I won't mention which one it is, but the pastor was telling me the story that he'd just been preaching a sermon on how we should love one another in the faith and how we accept everyone unconditionally and bring people into God until God can change their lives. And the congregation was all warm and fuzzy. You know, it's that kind of sermon. They were feeling good. They were feeling close to God. As they left the sanctuary, they were shaking that pastor's hand and just, great sermon, Pastor. I feel so good. I'm going to go out and spread God's love. And then, as that car was pulling out of the parking lot onto the main road, someone came across them, missed the stop sign, and the person who called to complain at the church said one of the church members had given him a one-finger salute. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your mind and all your soul and all your strength. And like unto this, you shall love your neighbor as you love yourself. I'll take God to the people. We do it, don't we? Don't we all do it? Right? We forget that we have gifts and grace. We forget we're chosen. How special is that? We're chosen. We're not hand-me-downs. We're not cast off. We're not what my grandpa used to call the runt, the throwaway. We're chosen by God to do the things of God to establish God's realm in this earth. We're chosen to take God to the people. That's our responsibility. What a deal. And for that, we get grace. We get loved unconditionally. We get renewed. We get to be better people than we were yesterday. We get to walk with God. We get to share in what God is doing in this earth and in that creation. What a deal, huh? I tell you this day, my daughter is a gym teacher. And she'll hand out a volleyball to someone in her class. She's going to say to them, it's your servant. It's your servant. We may be a little bit scared to be chosen, but there's no sense in being scared. You're chosen. Suzanne, it's your serve. Go take God to the people. Derek, it's your serve. You're called. Go take God to the people. Teresa, it's your serve. You're chosen of God. Go take God to the people. All of you. This day, God is saying to you, it's your serve. Let us together be the church, and let's go take God to the people. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.